We've all seen the viral Johnny Sins ad. Let's talk about it.
I'll take care of her. Take bold care of her.
Can viral ads actually make a business successful? That too for brands in sexual health space. After a lot of research, I found out India has always struggled to advertise sexual health brands in the mainstream media. One instance was of the Navratri themed condom ad where the line said, "Aa Navratri, aa Ramo, Parantu Prem Thi." This Navratri play but with love. This actually led to controversies associating Navratri with obscenity. And 2017 mein to the government told these cable channels to not telecast any sexual brand ads between 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Even bigger brands like Tata had to find unique ways to market their condom brand Dipper, wo jo desi trucks wali ad hai. Now let's go back in time to India's first ever sexual brand ad in the 90s. This was a very bold move by Kama Sutra. They changed the role of condoms from functional to pleasurable. Now here's the thing. The government has always used traditional and conventional methods to promote contraceptives for safe sex, birth control and even prevent abortions. But why am I talking about all of this? Bold Care की viral ad की वजह से. Now ये तो clear था, Bold Care took a very different route from the conventional Indian sexual brand ad. So here's what we did.
I want to know what was Johnny Sins' reaction to that. Like, how did he feel when you questioned his masculinity in the ad?
We had the same doubt, right? We didn't know how he would react. 1 month before he was going to come down to India, we got on a video call with him and we were telling him the whole thing. And he's like, cool, okay, cool, I'll do it. From the beginning, he was very interested to do it because he was like, I have a big audience base in India which likes me. Wherever I go, I get recognized and people take pictures with him. So I would like to be part of this venture that you're trying out, right?
He's like, yeah, I get what you're trying to do. You know, you're trying to basically show that somebody like him, who everyone is absolutely sure in terms of his masculinity, as the best game, right? See, that is where that ad works, right? You have to have a completely flipped out approach to get people to pay attention to you, right? If you take an idea like that out and it does well, you're a genius. And if you take an idea of that sort out and it tanks, you are an idiot. If I had not gotten anyone else other than Johnny to do it, maybe that trope would have not worked and we would have not done it, right? The only reason that trope works is because it's Johnny.
Bold Care की ads देखने के बाद they kind of tick all the check boxes and most importantly, virality of the content became the forefront for Bold Care as a brand.
This film was about 1 minute 50 seconds long. मैं अगर किसी को कुछ ना बताऊँ film के बारे में and I go to an expert and I tell him कि यार I've made a brand film and my brand film is almost 2 minutes long. He will laugh at it. You know, he'll be like, Rajat, the time of making 2-minute content is gone. The time of making 30-second content is here. We had a lot of confidence. Not a confidence in that the content is good or content is bad, but confidence in the fact that people will want to consume and share the content. So people were randomly putting the whole film on their YouTube channels and those films were getting 1 million odd hits in a day. A lot of people just organically picked up the content to make their own content around it, right? And that is a good sign of something being truly organic, that you, without paying like a content creator, them picking up and making their own content around it because they know it's the content to make because it's topical right now.
A very interesting column from this article gave an insight and it quotes, once audience could opt out of ads, it became very hard for brands to buy fame. Social media से पहले, it was easier for brands to reach out to the audience through sponsorships, television ads, and even leaflets. But in this fast-paced digital era, any viral content that breaks the internet is the new form of marketing. It is no longer about selling the brand, but how to make viral content, which means virality over virility.
Turns out for most healthcare, if not for all consumer healthcare companies in India, sexual health will be a number 1, number 2, or a number 3 category. So that was the first sort of fundamental pillar of my thought process, which sort of ended up becoming Bold Care. This is not a problem statement where selling something online is a force fit. In my opinion, selling oil online, it is end of the day slightly a force fit because आपको अगर एक oil एक दुकान में मिलेगा, you pick it up. The touch and feel, the look and feel aspect of buying something is quite important, right? It gets your job done. But in my category of sexual health, privacy becomes the fundamental sort of driver of everything that, let's say, somebody is looking for, right?
आज भी लोग uncomfortable है to buy a condom from a chemist, and that is how these online marketplaces became a go-to place. 8 out of 10 orders for all these sexual health products are from non-metro city, according to a Snapdeal report from 2019. Even these instant delivery platforms like Zepto, Instamart and Blinkit have high purchases of sexual health products. Blinkit की तो yearly report के अंदर ये तक था कि a South Delhi customer ordered 9,940 condoms in just 1 year, that is 2023. But ये सब छोड़ो, let's understand how the Bold Care ad actually performed.
So how was the ROI on this art creative? Like, how did it pan out for you then?
I was getting a message from one of my investors. She was sending it to me, ki Rajat, in our women's group that they have, the video was getting shared there. And she was telling me, "Look, this group is like live for 5 years. There's never been a branded content that has ever gotten shared into our group." I've gotten messages from my friends in US, friends in Australia, and the diaspora groups, the video getting shared. We got like close to 150, 160 million impressions on that film for a spend of what? 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs in propagation. Or maybe somebody else would have had to spend close to 10 odd crores. You know, website went up 20 times. 20 times is a crazy sort of a number for the scale we were already at. It's not necessary that it always drives revenue. Ad gives you top funnel awareness. There is a whole journey from top funnel awareness to bottom funnel conversion. People now know, okay, there is Bold Care, Ranveer is associated, it has something to do with sexual health. They had a very cool ad. So we have done the first step of it. It's a long journey from here to convert that top funnel awareness into bottom funnel sales, right?
So if you had to explain maybe a 5th, 6th class student, other things that had to take place behind the brand film.
The most important bit is retargeting, right? Because we operate at a very high conversion rate on the website, which is much better than our standard peers in the market. So now with the ad film launching, there are, suppose 10x number of people came in the first hour itself, and there is intent for them to buy. People will browse to the website, they will add products to their cart. Now, this is a customer that I absolutely cannot let go of. So my Facebook pixel has to fire as soon as they keep doing certain events on the website. And in the backend, I've created custom campaigns for each activity that they have gone through. Like
Facebook pixel is basically a way for Facebook to track a user that has come out from the Facebook ecosystem. So he said Instagram, right? So he saw Instagram ad, he came on my website. He went and did ABC activities on the website, but then he left without purchasing. So Facebook actually tracked metadata without individualizing कि अरे ये बंदे ने ऐसे किया. This cohort of people does this sort of an action on your website is what they take an inference out of it. Pixel track. Rahul did remarketing with it. So what they decide is for this sort of a funnel, let me show this sort of an ad with ABC trigger points with it, right? It could be trust call out. So we tell them, oh, 6 lakh people have used this product. It has this rating on a Flipkart. And that is that last bit in their head which is left. Ki, "Arey, product ka ye purpose hai. Product is good for me to buy. I have enough trust in the brand right now, but I don't know if this product works." The static with just the product and number of reviews there. So customer ke dimag mein second data point abhi fully input ho chuka hai. Ki, oh, a lot of people have tried it and it actually has worked. That is why the ratings are so high. And then the odds of them going back on the website and purchasing goes that much higher.
So what was the marketing strategy behind it?
to build a brand online, you need to be very cognizant of where your money is being spent and what return you're getting from that dollar being spent. Performance marketing to start off with is difficult to crack. You need to identify exactly what you're communicating to the customer, and you need to be very targeted in the approach that you're taking to identifying this customer. The brand awareness strategy at that point was just to be available literally everywhere. We got onto platforms like Cred, where even though we might not be gaining too many customers from the platform, but people are looking at our product tile or like a banner there on the app. So that was our approach to brand awareness. In 2023, we started kicking in more efforts behind brand awareness, which is why the whole campaign happened that everyone's seen right now.
According to Philip Kotler, the father of modern marketing, आपकी target audience को clearly पता होना चाहिए how are you different from your competitors. And I think Bold Care as a brand stood out really well from its competitors. What are your key insights that you think have been done right, and what are your major learnings from this entire camp?
Think out of the box, create good content, everything else will follow behind it. It's not that simple, right? अगर आप performance marketing कर रहे हो तो उसमें create content that has metrics that it gets hit. But अगर आप brand awareness कर रहे हो, so that age of making plain vanilla brand awareness, I am not even able to think of, right? How can a challenger brand do that who've been there in the market 30, 40, 50 years? I can't think the same way that everyone else is not. So one North Star for us is कि content को king बनाओ when you're doing brand awareness marketing. When you're doing performance marketing, so then content king नहीं, execution king बनाओ उसमें.
One more very important insight was that with a campaign like this, while there's a lot of execution work to be done in creating the campaign and then propagating and all of that, there's a lot of other boring stuff also that you have to do as like auxiliary around this whole campaign to make sure it's a success, right? Humongous amount of people came to our website. Right. Now we have to make sure that all our cart abandonment journeys, all our retargeting journey, pixel fire हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है, जो retargeting में उनको ad दिख रहा है वो relevant है कि नहीं, which recall to the initial ad that they saw. Once they've abandoned cart, what is the kind of messaging that we're giving? In that messaging, are we using Ranveer Singh enough to drive more recall behind? There could be ideas which really blow up, but then they don't translate to middle, bottom of the funnel activities at all.
This comes with a conclusion. Ads were a tool to promote brand positioning, but what about these viral content ads? क्या ऐसी एक approach will change how marketing teams in startups promote their brands? And also think about it. What about these bigger brands with bigger budgets and even bigger ad campaigns? And lastly, here's the thing. Virality is temporary. People move on to the next best thing as soon as they get the chance to. Just like Dhoni's new ad, Bole Jo Koyal. What if this is the fate for Bold Care's first ad? An ad that we'll remember as a one-hit wonder.